What's up, guys? This is Ronnie. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology Zone, and today I'll be going to talk about the recent OpenAI Devday uh, event. Like some announcement happened there, so I'll be going to discuss all those things. So OpenAI Devday just happened yesterday, and they made a ton of new announcement. And here I'll be going to actually describe all those things together with you guys. So we are going to actually go over all the new updates right together. So if you see my screen, there are total 6 boxes: context length, more control, better knowledge, then number 4 new modalities, number 5 customization, and higher limit. So first let's talk about the context length. So before we talk about what is context length, so let me tell you something. So first thing, they actually explain that they are uh, launching something called GPT-4 Turbo, and it is very similar to what they did with GPT 3.5. I mean, GPT 3.5 first came, and after that they actually introduced GPT 3.5 Turbo. So basically, this time also they are going to do the same thing. They first launched GPT 4, and now they are going to launch GPT 4.5. Sorry, GPT 4 Turbo. So GPT 4 Turbo will address many of the things that you guys actually already ask for, right? So and mainly they actually like address the entire like problem into six different segments, and we'll be going to actually discuss all those segments one by one. So first thing is actually context length. So context length is actually probably if you remember, if you are already working with the AI, OpenAI, or maybe if you work very fast, so basically you remember there is something called tokens limit, right? Whenever you are going to ask something to the OpenAI based on the tokens, like, or embeddings, like if you it's going to be very technicalities if you're going through the NLP. So based on that, it has some limit like 4,000 or 8,000, right? So basically while you are building some complex application, you already got this error that your token is actually limit is actually more than the available limit of 4,000, right? You're probably trying to use 6,000 token, but it has a limit called 4,000. So basically now GPT-4 Turbo supports up to 128k tokens, right? All right, so basically 128k tokens, this is on par with Anthropic's model. So there is really nothing setting Anthropic apart at this point. However, usually with larger quota size model is tend to forget what is in the middle of them, and they effectively remember only what is at the beginning and at the end they solve. So that will definitely be doing plenty of tests on this, but it is an exciting announcement. So what they said that like when you are going to build something based on some large like context, so basically that time maybe your model is tends to forget what is actually happening in the middle, but they already did multiple testing, and after that they actually decided to introduce in this like token limit in the model. So basically they're trying to say this model is completely foolproof and you can use it. And just for example, 128 token means what? 128k tokens means it is equivalent to 300 page books fixed in time. So if you have a 300 page book, you just multiply that book with 16 times. You can imagine how big this is, and basically this GPT-4 Turbo is going to handle that many number of tokens with most accurate answer, and that definitely it has to be very fast. And they didn't mention this thing, but you can obviously like understood. Okay, right. So next thing is actually uh, something called more control. So before I do more control, let me explain you something. So GPT-4 is actually going to have something called a JSON model, right? It means when a developer is actually going to send something, so it is going to give you a response in the JSON. So basically when I use the word developer, suppose a normal business person is going to ask something in the GPT-4 Turbo, maybe it is going to give you the simple answer, and that time if you are going to get JSON, maybe it will be difficult. And also most of you are who are watching this thing, if you heard this thing JSON for the first time, sorry for that, but it's a JavaScript object notation for sending or consuming application through API or from API, so vice versa, right? So basically, if you are a developer, you are building an application where actually you are going to integrate with multiple various application, or maybe you are going to call something from the API, then that time the best thing will be the getting a JSON response, because it will reduce the overhead on the guy who is doing the coding, and also reduce the overhead for doing some parsing and other stuff, right? So this is one control. It has a JSON model, and JSON is actually going to handle the response in that way, right? So basically, second thing is actually they actually introduce something called reproducible output based model. Means if you are going to if you are going to give OpenAI a seed prompt, it will respond back with a more consistent response based on the what prompt this is. Sure, sounds like a temperature, but it is more than this, and it in the coming weeks they are going to roll out a feature, right? So basically something called log probes in the API, they are rolling out logs, so which is very welcome. Means you will be able to see how your prompt is working, where actually you are going to get some error, something like that. And second, this is gone. The third thing is actually better knowledge. Better knowledge means is actually you want to be actually access better knowledge about the world. So they are launching a retrieval in the so they're launching retrieval in the platform. You can bring knowledge from the outside document database into whatever you are building, right? So they are probably they probably wiped out a number of different companies that have already built a RAG on top of OpenAI. Essentially what they just said, thus now you can bring your own documents and your knowledge directly, so that you can actually get the things ready-made with ChatGPT, right? And also recently they introduced that in GPT-4 Turbo, or maybe in the GPT-4, I really don't yeah, it will be definitely GPT-4 Turbo. It is actually updated till April 2023. Earlier it was updated till I believe 2021 or something like that, right? So now it has a knowledge of till 2023. So now it will be a little bit challenging, because Elon Musk Grok AI is actually very much updated with the Twitter data. Means it is always updated, and OpenAI is actually updated till April 2023. And I believe their CEO in the past, in some forum, they said that they are doing something at a time, small chunks at a time. So basically all these changes are happening now, so probably they will make this thing completely real time from maybe next time or something like that. So better knowledge means you can actually bring your own data, own knowledge within the GPT, and also it has the very recent data till April 2023. Number 4 is actually modalities. Modalities means it has the GPT-4 Turbo will have the access of DALL-E 3, right? Then it will be have the vision of vision means the computer vision with the DALL-E 3 means you can actually do something on the image processing. You can ask some question to an image. I mean, you upload an image, and after that you can ask something. You can generate images. Second thing is actually it is also integrated with TTS, right, which is the text to speech recognition, right? Also, they have introduced Whisper v3 open search speech recognition model, which will be also part of the GPT-4 Turbo, right? So three things is included: DALL-E 3, TTS, and Whisper v3. Whisper v3 is an open search speech recognition model. Means you will give some speech, based on that it will generate some transcript, or it will be able to do some question answering, or it will do some voice recognition based on something, right? So basically that is called new modalities. Means three different things are integrated together with the OpenAI API, right? So that is DALL-E 3, Whisper v3, and TTS, right? So number 5 is actually they are going to number 5 is actually customization. So basically customization means they said that they are going to introduce something called a fine-tuned experimental model. Means there will be some experimental model available which can be used or which can be further developed for a dedicated company, and that company's data definitely will be not going to be shared with other companies. And mostly they're targeting this model to help the some domain specific companies. Like domain specific companies means company those are working on some research, cancer, or some medical innovation, or maybe some space, or maybe some ground related, or something with the defense, or some weapons, or whatever, some research classified information, right? So basically those information cannot be find or developed using the normal GPT API, because it has definitely has less knowledge, because those domains are very specific. So that is why they introduce that a company can reach out to them, and then the company will bring the knowledge from their specific domain, and then they will work with the OpenAI team, and together they will build something so that they can help the business. And they also mentioned that initially it is not going to be very cheap, because ultimately it is going to build something very specific. Also it is very new, right? But ultimately after building the model, if it is going to generate some revenue for the company and for the OpenAI, definitely they will cheap the price for them. But again, the pricing model and everything is going to depend on the discussion between the company and the OpenAI, right? So that is called the customized model. And the last thing is actually higher rate limit. So higher rate limit is actually they actually increase the number of tokens per minute, like that is the rate limit. So actually they're doubling the rate limit, right? So doubling the rate limit means whatever tokens you are previously going to use, that will be double. I mean, in the GPT-4 customers, if you are a established GPT-4 customer, you will be able to request this changes from the by default it will be changed, or if the changes is actually not there, you can request the changes. And also they further said that limit quotas you can directly request in your OpenAI API account setting. And it is very exciting, because every time you use an OpenAI API, let's say for powering autogen or something, you will get some rate limit issues. Now you have the immediate access to change this thing from your UI, right? So suppose you want to request an increase in your rate limits weeks ago, and I think it was like a Google form or something, and you will still not get this access. But now you can be changed immediately from OpenAI, like OpenAI. If you go to OpenAI, if you have an API account, and in the API account settings page, you can definitely change. They also introduced Satya Nadella for some partnership thing, and also they have some very some funny question answer between together. But yes, funny means in the positive vibe. So they discuss something on their like futures and upcoming partnership, how this will going to look like and everything, right, for building this part, right? And also last but not least, I'll be going to come to the last part, which is actually not part of this thing, but it will be something very cool I'll be going to discuss now. Okay, last but not least, if you see here, this is the very important update. So OpenAI is letting anyone create their own version of the ChatGPT. Means suppose you want to create your own version of ChatGPT for doing some work. So mainly suppose you want to create a GPT, they call it as a GPT. So if you want to build a GPT which will do something with the PDF only, or maybe your version of PDF, or maybe a Google Drive where you actually uploaded something and it will do something on that. So maybe in computer science we call it as an agent. So basically that is called GPT agent, or you can call it as a private GPT. And they said that it has two version. Maybe one is called enterprise, or maybe one is private. Maybe if you are doing it for your own, maybe it will be accessed by anyone. After that, maybe they will have a marketplace, and there actually you can produce, or you can showcase your own GPT. If a person is going to use that GPT, maybe it will be free or costly, I don't know, but it is going to be kind of like application store or app store or play store for Android, or maybe like GPT's agents are going to be like going to be equivalent of like play store or app store kind of a thing. Like you, me, XYZ person can create their own GPT, and based on our requirement you can use that. I mean, just like we download an application from the Play Store or App Store, and we can use it for our own like benefit or whatever, right? So basically GPT platform is a no-code way to make custom AI agents for all sort of tasks, and it is available exclusively for subscriber, plus subscriber. If you are a premium subscription, then only you will be able to do it. So with the ChatGPT 1 year ago, actually they came up with so many things. So basically Yeah, so basically that's it. So I believe you guys are actually going to get some knowledge out of it, but before I actually end up this video, I would like to request you on something. So if you want to actually learn something on the OpenAI or ChatGPT or LangChain, so maybe you can actually go to our channel. Our channel is actually Total Technology. So maybe if you search with Total, then Technology, and then JONNE, and you will find our channel here. And if you go here, and there is a playlist, right? So this playlist is actually all about this LangChain complete tutorial. So basically we are doing a complete tutorial with LangChain and OpenAI API, and we are actually going to discuss the basic thing first, and after that we'll be going to do the deep dive with building some applications. So only there are total 6 videos are uploaded, and still we are doing some basic stuff like the components of OpenAI and LangChain modules, and hopefully after 1 month probably we'll be going to build some applications. So it's going to be very detailed playlist and series. If you really want to actually enroll or to understand these things, or want to learn something, or if you have a passion of learning AI and you want to build something exciting for your company or for your project, probably this is the right course. You can subscribe. It is completely free of cost. You just open our channel and you can subscribe to our channel. So basically you go here and you just subscribe from here, right? Okay, so that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next part, and in that part probably we'll be going to discuss the other 6 changes of, or other 6 big announcement from OpenAI Devday. Okay, so that's it, guys. We'll see you in the next part. Till then, take care, goodbye, and have a nice day.